college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Horn. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball. You play zone, and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that ball.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Sanders. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. They try to pop a run on the draw. Went to the running game on 3rd down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. The Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Hauls it in. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. They're going to throw it again. This one's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete. All wideouts, no backs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Buffs. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Arizona's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Dropping back, it's Fafita. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Wants to fire on second down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
When you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. And nice job getting that quarterback and getting the sack.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Kick coverage team was ready in their lanes, and he would have been better off just to take the knee in the end zone. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Quarterback extends the play. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker, it's Horn. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Horn. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line, it'll be first down. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. A strike downfield. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. And the Buffaloes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Fires into the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. First down for this offense. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to move it through the air. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Makes the grab. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw at Sanders. Unloads to the right. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He's going to pass. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's complete. A huge pickup. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Murphy. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw for it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. They'll need urgency and efficiency. 10 seconds left on the clock before halftime. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking for a big play. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So
trying to burn this defensive back. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown Buffaloes! A great catch and run for 6.
What great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Arizona Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm.
Oh, look out, there he goes. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Colorado. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money, he's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They feed him again. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. He finds his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll throw it on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. Got his man quickly. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Looking to scramble. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Buffaloes are on the move. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give as they work on that clock. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. You just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Getting some heat. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw. It's Sanders. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and goal. Quickly complete. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying play action. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
It's a big-time moment for the defense. They're creating a negative play, getting a sack with the opponent right down on the goal line. Now that they've backed him up a little bit, a touchdown doesn't seem like it's just a gimme anymore.
It's still 3rd and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this.
Touchdown, Buffs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
On to attempt to try. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Is incomplete. It's now second down.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. Got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
Brings up.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
It's second down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 2nd down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Burnett. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock.
It's
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring.
Through the air is incomplete. It's now.
There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Getting set for the point after. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Arizona, 17.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this is